What is going on, people? I am here for, if you couldn't tell by the title, another movie review. And I'm excited for this one because this one kind of caught me off guard. But before I get into the review, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this review, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that little bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff, whether it be reviews, whether it be unboxings, whether anything that has to do with movies, you'll find on this channel. So like I said, if you haven't done any of those yet, go ahead and do it. You know, you can wait till after the video, but go ahead and do it. But anyway, if you couldn't tell by the title, the movie I'm reviewing is 12-Hour Shift. This one, I don't know exactly when it came out, but I just recently picked it up. It is put out by Magnet Releasing. They put out a bunch of good stuff, so I knew once I saw that, I'm like, you know, it'll probably be up my alley, of course. This one is a horror, comedy, thriller, kind of mixed of everything. There's some action in it a little bit, but this one is written and directed by Brea Grant. It stars Angela Bettis, who plays Mandy, a nurse. It stars David Arquette. He's a little patient in there. Chloe Farnworth, who plays Regina, who is Mandy's cousin. And I marked out a little bit because it has Mick Foley in it, who in this movie plays a organ trafficker, like a human organ trafficker. And in this one, I think they're looking for kidneys. So pretty much what this movie is about. Angela Bettis' character, Mandy, she plays a nurse. It says it takes place in 1999, but as I'm watching it, I don't think I was like kind of looking at, the references or anything like that, but it says it takes place in 1999. She plays a nurse who is on a 12-hour shift. And, I'm sure, sometimes nurses have, nice, easy shifts. Well, this one is anything but nice and easy. So pretty much she's a nurse who's, let's just say, a drug-addicted nurse. So throughout her shift, it's just, certain times, certain people she's looking for, through pocketbooks and all this for her own, drug use and stuff. So that is on top of that. Regina, like I said, is her cousin, who at this point in time is working for Mick Foley's character, who is a human organ trafficker. So he's looking for a kidney and pretty much sends Regina to find him, and she's like, "Oh, my cousin works at a hospital, so where better to find organs in a hospital." So throughout this whole thing, like I said, Mandy's kind of having to figure out what's going on, go into these different characters, different rooms for different patients who, let's just say, each one has, their own quirks and stuff. Each one is, a trip in themselves. But not only does she have to deal with the patients, but now she has to deal with her cousin, who is now going through the hospital looking for organs and stuff, and dressing up different ways and trying to figure out ways to get out of the situation. And let's just say by the end of the movie, throughout the movie, it's just, I think, a little bit more character development. You learn about each character and stuff like that. Like I said, David Arquette's in it. He plays this patient who transforms throughout the movie, I guess you want to call it. But by the end, it just all craziness is going through. Let's say the cops are involved. Let's just say some of Mick Foley's henchmen are now in the mix because of a slip up of sorts for Regina. And it's just, by the end of the movie, it's just, everyone together in this hospital going crazy. Some people trying to find their way out. Some people trying to figure out what's happening inside. And it's just all over the place, but all over the place fun. Sometimes certain movies kind of, have so much going on that you kind of lose it. This one has a lot going on, but it's not that, you can follow everything that's going on. Sometimes it's just like so many different points that you're like, where do I follow it? This one you could follow fine, and you follow the characters, and like I said, each one has their own quirks and stuff. So you sometimes certain movies you just don't feel for any of the characters. Not that you really I guess with Angela's character and stuff, you kind of feel for her at certain points because you realize, like I said, she has her own problems going on. But let me just say, this one caught me off guard. It was definitely fun. I remember hearing about it through the grapevine, and then it kind of fell to the wayside. I didn't check out the trailer. Most of the times I'll try to check out a trailer before, and I'll get a gist if it's in my style or not. So this one was kind of like a blind buy, and let me just say I was very impressed by it. Really good stuff. I know Brea Grant was in a couple different movies. After Midnight, I did a review for that. She's also been in a few other things on her IMDb. But this, I believe, don't quote me on it, but this might be her, acting, writing and director, maybe not writing, but maybe the directorial. Like I said, don't quote me on it. I didn't go way too deep into her IMDb page. But if it is, I enjoyed it a whole lot. I think it's definitely up a lot of people's alley. Like I said, it is a horror comedy kind of deal. You get your blood and guts, but it's more of a dark comedy, I guess you would call it, because of the matter and the stuff that goes on in it. But definitely, like I said, it caught me off guard. Really fun stuff. Like I said, I marked out for Mick Foley's character. It's so off, not off, but I just, never seen him in this light, I guess you want to call it. You have his, his personality and stuff, but it comes out like tenfold on this one. Just a really fun and entertaining movie. For every review that I do, I always leave the link for the trailer so you can check it out. I'll leave the link to where you can purchase the movie, and of course I'll leave the IMDb write-up and such so you can read it through there. And then I'll also leave the links to all my other social media pages. I got a Facebook fan page, I got a Twitter, which I hardly ever use. I got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. I'm part of the Wicked Horror Show. For those of you who haven't checked us out yet, check us out every Tuesday night, Eastern, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join us live, but then the audio from that podcast goes up, I believe, a week or two after. So it's kind of like a video and audio podcast. But check us out if you're interested in checking out indie horror movies. We have indie horror movie directors, actors, actresses, producers, writers, so on and so forth. We have them on to talk about their projects and just the behind the scenes. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes of movies that most people don't know. So then it's just a fun time. Doing the podcast open up my eyes big time. So check out the Wicked Horror Show, check out all the other links that I have, and of course check out 12-Hour Shift. So for all the information that I just mentioned, check the description so you can check everything I have. And if you haven't checked out my previous review for Happy Times, I do have an extra copy, so I do have a giveaway going on, so check the review for that one as well. And hopefully you enjoy the review. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this review, hit the thumbs up. And of course, hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. And you'll be, I guess, one of the first people to be notified. So I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.